continuing our run of outstanding guests and championship guests.
Championship-winning guests.
Championship-winning guests. We are pleased to be joined by the head coach of the SWAC champion Prairie View A&M Panthers. It is our good friend Tremaine Jackson. Coach, appreciate your time, my friend. Appreciate you making some time for us.
Fellas, I feel like I've arrived, man. I used to walk around here and try to see what y'all were talking about now.
See, now let me tell you something. That's wild for you to say that you feel like you've arrived, considering I don't know. Last year went pretty well for you guys. I would say maybe you arrived then, Coach. I'm going to be honest.
No, we had a decent time, man, and certainly didn't finish the way we wanted to, but certainly better than when we walked in the door. And so we look to finish the fight, man. But I really appreciate you guys having me here.
When you arrived there at Prairie View, you talked a lot about raising the standard, and just raising the expectation.
Yeah.
I would say year one, pretty darn good. How do you? But that climb is always sometimes. You got the climb, and then you got staying up there. How do you keep that same hunger, that same fire in a program like this?
Yeah, man, we teach our guys just because you were don't mean you are, right? So whatever we were yesterday, that was yesterday. Today's a whole new day, and if you try to live off the food you ate off of yesterday, you'd be hungry today, right? And so we try to make sure we kill what we eat, what we want to eat, and that's to make Prairie View A&M an elite FCS program. And our guys have really bought into that. Our coaches, our school, from the president to our AD, everybody's bought into the vision that we had. And when you have that, then you have some success.
When you had the success you had last year, and I know this year is a new year and you're looking forward, but when you look back at last year, have you seen a change on campus and a buzz about, I'm sure in September when there was a Prairie View football game, it was a different kind of energy than it was in late October when you guys were competing for a conference championship. And I'm sure it's got to be big for the campus, big for the community.
Yeah.
And I'm sure now, and I know you and your staff are focused on between the lines, but from a program standpoint, there's got to be a lot of buzz and a lot of good vibes around the community about Prairie View football going forward.
There is, man, and you know like I know, man, there's a lot of people in this state and in this region of the country that are connected to Prairie View A&M in some form or fashion, either through themselves or through one of their family members. And so now, like you said, in September, not many folks was at the game. Late November, we on the run, clinching the West. Here go the folks, and then we got to Atlanta. I thought Atlanta, we were still in Prairie View with so many people still there, right? And so those people have really shown up. You can tell by season tickets. If you ever want to know if you're growing, just look at your season ticket sales. People have sold out the bottom of our stadium. I don't think that's happened before. So it speaks to the excitement. We just got to continue to grow and teach them. We have to teach them how to be fans of great football.
Well, I'll tell you this, your stadium, I covered a couple of high school playoff games this year. One of the finest FCS stadiums in the state of Texas, the Prairie View Panther Stadium. And I can't imagine what it's like on a Saturday afternoon when there's 15,000 people in purple and gold cheering that team on. It looks like a fun atmosphere.
I'm going to let you know because I think we're going to get 15 this year. We hadn't got it yet. I think we're going to get it this year. We want to make sure people see what we have. We're letting Randall and Sock open up the season there, and that's going to be a really good deal because we want to show people, high school students and their families, that Prairie View A&M is what we say it is.
That's one thing that when you got there, you were very open about wanting to host and we're obviously high school football-centered guys, and Coach Randall's right over there. He's on deck, and I know you guys are hosting Randall and Sock in week 1. It was important for you to host high school football games, and I think it's just a way to showcase your facility, and not just for the potential recruits that could be players, but students at Prairie View in the band, in the drill team, in the dance team, or just kids who are following their friends playing high school football who are looking for a place to go to college. It's a showcase. It's a showpiece for your campus, right?
Absolutely, man. I'm a Texan, and Prairie View A&M has not hired anybody from the state of Texas to be the head football coach. Coach Nix was from Georgia. And so when you look at our history and where we are in our state, we needed people to understand that, man, I went to Waltrip High School. I am a Houston Texan, right? And so we want great football played in our stadium. Great football is played in this state, and so we thought it would be fitting. It was so important to us that we've got new turf. and Randall and Soccer play a game on our turf before us. And so I really need them to pat the turf down a little bit and get it ready for us. But it was that important.
That kind of football game, I'm sure they're going to get after it on that Friday night.
We hope so. We won't even be there. We open up with Tarleton State, so I look forward to hearing about it when we get back. But certainly, man, we want to host that. We want to do playoff games. We want to do more. When I got here, I said Prairie View A&M is open for business for high school football in this state, and we mean that.
Tremaine Jackson, head coach of Prairie View A&M Panthers, joined us here on Texas Football today. Let's do what Coach love to do, which is talk about painful losses. Coach, let's go back to last year.
Yeah.
I got to ask you about it.
Come on.
You guys are up 21-0. Mm-hmm. You end up coming up short in a quadruple overtime. Like, one of the games of the – I mean, I know it didn't end the way you were wanting, but, like, as someone who's just watching football, one of the games of the year.
Yeah.
It seems to me there's two ways to deal with that. You can either talk about it a lot within your program or you can talk about it never. Where do you land on that?
Yeah, it really wasn't much to talk about because what happened in that game, everybody else thought we were up 21-0. I know us. We don't do well being up 21-0. We've never been up 21-0 all year. And we had a third quarter issue. Mm-hmm. So when you're up 21-0 at the half and you know you have a third quarter issue, then as the head coach, you go, this ain't good. We did better in tight games. Mm-hmm. That's why when they scored, we went back and scored. And so when you know your team, which I don't think a lot of people know their team, they just want to go out and call plays and do all this stuff. Man, I don't call plays. I don't scheme. I try to find out our team. And I knew our team. Mm-hmm. And so we talked about it. We dealt with it, and we moved forward, right? We don't harp on a lot of things, but it's clear. And when I go to Texas Roadhouse, man, I hear about it a lot. So I don't need to keep talking about it because others are talking about it. But the players that we brought back from that team, here's what's fun. When we got there, we were singing about getting to Atlanta. Now when you walk in our locker room, if you're not about getting to Atlanta and getting the confetti to fall on us, they put you out. Mm-hmm. I don't have to do anything anymore. And that's how we know the tide has turned at Prairie View A&M.
In today's landscape of college football, when you first got to Prairie View, I love you because you're outspoken. you call it like you see it. You keep it a buck.
Yeah.
And that can sometimes rub people the wrong way. But I think it lets you know what kind of kids are Prairie View type kids right away. In this landscape of college football, how do you kind of navigate recruiting with also finding the type of kids that you want, not only from and I know high school football recruiting is very important for you guys, but also you have to work in the transfer portal and work those kind of things. How do you kind of balance that and find a Coach Jackson and a Prairie View type kid?
Yeah, man, one, just because you can play in the big whatever conference don't mean you can play at Prairie View A&M. Man, we're looking for truly dogmatic people, and there ain't a lot of those guys around, right? And you have to be able to make it in our program. It used to be you could just send your kid to Prairie View if he didn't have nothing else. Mm-hmm. That day is gone. But because I'm a Texan, because I'm from Houston, I can walk into high school and say that, and if the coach gets mad at me, he'll be okay. Yeah. And I don't really get all hemmed up on that, right? At our place, you have to be different, right? I think the people that understand and like honesty, everybody wants to keep it a buck, keep it 100 with me, Coach. The people that really want to be kept 100 with, they understand exactly where we're coming from. If you soft, you don't understand. And we probably don't want to recruit your school or your kid if that's what you're breeding, if you're breeding that type of person. But there's been a lot of great reception because they want to say some of the stuff that we've said, right? And so we just have great conversations, be honest with people. We're going to take 8 to 12 high school kids a year. I'm not going to keep my job with a bunch of 18-year-olds. Mm-hmm. That just is what it is.
Yeah.
Because the 18-year-old that we really want, he's getting paid X amount of dollars, and Prairie View A&M ain't going to do that. We want the kid that's from the state that went off, got his money, and wants to play football now because of whatever happened at the last place. That's who we're looking for. That's who we tell the high school coaches we're looking for. But those kids that are dogmatic, that do have a different mentality, that those 8 to 12 that we're looking for, if they graduate in December and can come in January, I'm all in. Yeah. The kid that comes in August can't play at Prairie View A&M anymore. It's just too different.
The one guy who is decidedly a Prairie View guy is Chase Bingman.
Yeah.
Your running back.
He a dog.
Let me tell you something.
I saw Chase Bingman as a junior in the playoffs against my alma mater, my Everman Bulldogs, and he ran. Coach Sedberry was like, this kid can play. And he ran for 180 and 3 touchdowns, and my feelings were hurt because we got eliminated. But I was like, this kid can absolutely ball.
Yeah.
This guy's unbelievable. I think maybe like the best kept secret in college football, what he's been able to do.
Yeah.
What is it about him that's different?
He's just built different. His whole mentality, man. The kid works his tail off. He doesn't say a lot. We're just now starting to get Chase to start talking, and we challenged him to talk because he's a good player. And people listen to good players, right? And so, man, he's one of those guys that he's all about doing the right thing by the program standard, which you don't find that. Chase Bingham not trying to do his own thing at all. He's trying to do our thing. And he was one of the guys as a high school kid that we took that was different, and he can play for us.
Coach, you mentioned, you're a Waltrip Ram, you're an H-Town guy,
Yeah.
so you know the landscape of Texas high school football, and you guys make high school football recruiting a priority. When you go out and you and your coaching staff are visiting the Texas high school coaches, and we're here at the Texas High School Coaches
Yep.
Association convention, does it ever, when you talk to guys not from Texas and the level of high school coaching and the level of ball in this state, what do you tell guys not from Texas? Do they understand, or do they not understand until they're actually in it?
A lot of them don't understand until they're here. I came from Georgia, and I used to tell those guys in Georgia, you guys think you're doing something. They don't have this in the state of Georgia. They got some indoors, but they don't have the coaches not having to coach science, English, and math. This is some things that they don't have. This place is different. This state is different. And I think that's why we've been able to come into Prairie View and understand what we're getting ourselves into, and not taking a year to have to transition and figure it out. And our coaches that we brought with us, they understand it as well. The state of Texas plays high school football a lot differently than anywhere else in the country, and I'm proud to be a Texan. I sleep in Waltrip shorts. That's how Waltrip I am.
There you go.
Yeah.
I remember Waltrip when I was in high school, they won a state championship in basketball.
We did. I was there.
Cedric Taylor, right?
I had 5 fouls.
Yeah.
I was a freshman. I got that same UIL middle.
Were you the enforcer?
I had 5 fouls, and I intended to use every last one of them.
Listen, he's in the box score. You know what I mean?
You got in the box, right?
That's it.
You got the state championship game box score.
All right, last question for you, Coach. I know you're busy. You've been pulled in a bunch of different directions. We're here in Houston. A lot of folks from out of town coming down here to Houston.
Yeah.
People are going to be looking for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
People are going to be looking for somewhere. Give us some recommendations.
Coach Jackson recommendation.
Man, I went to B&B Butchers last night. It's a steakhouse. I might go back tonight.
That good,
I
huh?
might go back tonight, man. It was that good. Man, there's a lot of – I'm from the north side.
Yeah.
So I got to get all the way back to tomorrow I'm going to Burns Barbecue over in the Center Acres Homes, man. And so some of the places, just call me. Just have folks call me, and you can go. I go to lunch every day from 12 to 1:30.
There you go.
I think that's my time to shine.
Houston is a great food town, and if we stick around here too long, I'll gain about 10 pounds because
That's right.
If you can throw a rock and find a good place to eat.
20 pounds with me, man.
Tremaine Jackson, he's the head coach of the SWAC champion Prairie View A&M Panthers. Coach, we so appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for sharing some insights with us, and we are looking forward to watching you guys get confetti dumped on you.
Appreciate
in
you
Atlanta.
guys,
How about
man.
Thanks,
that?
Coach. Appreciate it.
Go Panthers.
So there goes Tremaine Jackson, head coach, Prairie View A&M. Coach, appreciate you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
I mean, look, said he was going to do it, and he did it. You know what I mean?
Listen, when
about
Coach
it, be
Jackson
about.
first got hired, I was like, this is the hire for Prairie View, the home run hire, because I saw what he did at Valdosta State there in Georgia, and I knew having a Texas guy at Prairie View, and you can just see it talking to high school coaches, the staff at Prairie View, they're out and about, that they're making themselves known on the recruiting circuit, and then the most important thing is they're winning games in the fall.
Yes.
They're winning games. People are noticing they're conference champs. And when you win a championship, people talk about you.
And they're playing a fun brand of football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're playing a fun brand of football. You will enjoy watching Prairie
They're a fun
football.
team to watch.
They're a fun team
I
to
watched
watch.
their game against UTRGV last year. A great football game. The level of football they're playing, it's a different level, and that's why they're winning conference championships now.
Where it's Texas football today here at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention here in Houston. Greg Tepper and Matt Stepp with you.